Hello and welcome back to my channel, Secrets of a Busy Mum. I am Allison Marie and you are here because you obviously want to learn my 5 tips to sticking to a budget. So budgeting's hard, I get it. It's hard to stick to, it's hard to do, but I'm going to share with you in this video 5 tips to stick to your budget. Everyone falls off the bandwagon. Budgeting's hard, it's always changing, and we are trying to gain our control back so we can live a life by design and not by default. So without further ado, let's jump into these 5 tips. Number 1, you need to write down your financial goals. I've mentioned this before and I will keep mentioning it. If you do not have goals for your future, you have nowhere to go. So financial goals are a big part of it. Do you want to own your own house? Do you want to go on a holiday? Do you want a brand new car? Do you want to go, I don't know, you know, do you want to be able to buy a car outright? Do you want to do those renovations? Think of all your financial goals, write them down, put them on a wall, make a vision board. Make sure that you have short-term and long-term goals, put it on the vision boards, stick it on your wall, make sure it is in your face and not forgotten about, because that will keep you motivated into sticking to your budget. Number 2, budget for fun. Now, I'm not saying that budgeting is fun because, you know, a lot of people hate maths. That is not what I'm talking about. What I am saying is that in your budget, have a sinking fund, saving fund, whatever you want to call it. Have an area of your budget dedicated to the fun things in life. Like takeout or movie night, date night. You know, budget so that you have at least something fun to do. Because if it's all doom and gloom and putting money towards bills and debts and food and, you know, all that stuff, you're going to get bored, you're not going to enjoy it, and we're all about creating a budget so that you can live a life you choose and take control over your money. So allow some of your budget to go towards the funner things in life, even if it's just going to the salon. Number 3, have sinking funds. We need sinking funds, and what sinking funds are just savings funds basically, and I will have another video on that later on this channel. But sinking funds are there so that when you have annual things that come around, like car repairs, tires, you know, all that fun stuff, you have money sitting there so that you don't have to swipe a credit card. So you might have kids in school and every year you got to do back to school, but if you're not budgeting it for it now, when you get there, it's going to ruin your budget then, because you've got to come up with $600, $300 to cover uniforms, bags, lunch boxes, pens, books, everything, school fees. So sinking funds are so it takes the stress out of it. Same with Christmas or anniversaries or birthdays. If you have a sinking fund for those events or activities, when they roll around, you are not trying to pull money out of thin air and ruining your budget for that period of time. So they will help you stick to your budget if you're already allowing for those expenses in the future. 4, find ways to stay motivated. The biggest reason why people fail in budgeting is because they lose motivation. I mean, it is numbers. Unless you like absolutely are a geek fest on numbers, you're going to lose interest and you're not going to stay motivated. But this is why, if you are in a relationship or have a budgeting buddy, you are going to be able to stay motivated. Have check-ins, see progresses, have visuals. You can print off graphs and whatever you want, like color it in. Do you know how fun that was? My kids do it for their reading nights. They have like a little thermometer and they mark off every time they get to a new reading milestone. Do that with your money. If you're paying off debt or you're saving for a trip or something like that, print off something fun that you can color in so you can track your progress and put it somewhere where you can see. Because if you look at that and you go, I'm almost there, I'm halfway there, I'm 3/4 of the way there, you are going to stay motivated in your pursuit to save money. And number 5 is the most important. Know your why. Without your why, you don't really have a reason to stay on track. It might be because you want to give your kids a life that you didn't have when you were a child. It might be because you want to have financial security. You know, understand why you have put yourself to a budget in the first place. Because once you know your why, you can stay on track. Alright guys, that is all for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can stay updated on all the latest videos. Until next time, bye!